Audio Jungle.
Penetralia by Benjamin Farha. Act 1, Scene 1. Late June 2018, the home of the Coll family, Massachusetts. It's an early 20th century multi-level structure. A lovely place with warmth. The home was lived in well for decades, but now is being prepared for sale. An organized mess looms in some parts of the home. While some rooms have been swept into a real estate agent's vision, some remain as they were, waiting to be restaged. The first floor living room, kitchen, and second floor main bedroom are clearly visible to us. There are staircases in both the living room and the kitchen that lead to the second floor. On the ground floor, we see a small patio off of the house with quaint seating. At curtains rise, it is Friday late morning. Samantha Coll sits in the living room on her smartphone. Enter Cheryl Coll Dougherty from the living room stairs. A note: all of the characters in this play, sans Locke and Aunt Sal, should have specific relationships with their phones, checking them often.
You missed quite a show.
Well, what do you mean?
I mean, she did it again. Our lovely and thoughtful realtor once again removed the extra toilet paper from under the sink in Mom's bathroom.
Didn't we ask her not to do that?
You know, we did. But every time she's here, she just wants to do one little thing in case someone wants to come and see the house.
What, is she gonna do a showing while we're here going through stuff?
Exactly. This house is 97 years old. P.S. It's been occupied before.
Leave the toilet paper, lady. We are people who eat fiber.
Yeah. So here I am, 2 squares left, which, by the way, who leaves only 2 squares?
John?
Oh, shocking. So I'm up there with my pants down at my ankles, trying to hop over to my purse to grab some Kleenex to finish up the wipe, and I completely tripped over myself.
Sorry, I missed it.
Where is John?
He ran out to the car for a sec.
Did he get a hold of anyone?
I don't know, I'm sure he did.
Great. We'll get a locksmith over here, get the safe open, it'll take no time.
You think it'll be that easy? What if there's some sort of policy that we have to prove something and we got to get Frank involved and then that takes forever? 4 to 6 weeks here, 4 to 6 weeks there, and all that. It's a whole situation. You know how these things go.
Samantha, I do know how things go, and that's not it. We own it. We call a locksmith, they open it, and that's that. Boom, done.
I just get this feeling that it's going to be difficult.
I get this feeling that you're going to be difficult.
I'm just ready to wrap this thing up. I'm like, let's go.
Oh, please. You're so impatient with everything. If anything, it feels rushed. I mean, with the house, at least. Sometimes this kind of thing can take years. You have no idea how drawn out settling an estate can be.
Was it that bad, really?
With Frank's family? Yes. And I wasn't really even involved that much. My husband's sister has only gotten worse with time, let me tell you.
Impossible.
On this, Dr. John Coll enters through the front door. He carries with him a small paper bag.
What's impossible?
It's impossible that Frank's sister had any lower to fall as a person, but apparently she's just going to keep sinking until she hits the bottom.
Now, what happened? Did she call you or something?
No, just reminiscing about what a pain in the ass she was when we cleaned out their mom's house. And she was batshit, too. We're blessed.
Ah, yes. Blessed in death.
You know what I mean.
The locksmith can come pretty soon and check it out.
Nice. Told ya.
Yeah, the safe ain't open yet.
It will be soon.
All right, let's go back upstairs and finish up Mom's room so he has some space to work.
Yes.
I want to do something else.
Like what? Play a board game?
Yeah, let's break out Monopoly. I mean, let's do a different room or something. It's hot up there.
It'll go quicker room by room. It's nice to be in a groove where we're getting shit done instead of taking a moment every time we recognize something of Mom's. Newsflash, it's all Mom's stuff.
So cavalier.
Why don't we do the rest of her clothes when he's not here and we'll all go start on the kitchen?
Fine.
Fantastic. Teamwork is making this dream work.
Sure.
Yes. I'm gonna go check my work phone.
Samantha moves up the stairs and exits. John retrieves the bag he brought in earlier and hands it to Cheryl.
Left these in my car earlier.
Thank you. Thank you.
She leads them into the kitchen. We find it fairly untouched. It has barely been used in a few weeks, and it hasn't been cleaned out except for most of the food. Probably redone within the last 20 years, the kitchen, more than any other room in the house, feels the most familiar and second nature. Cheryl opens the paper bag and pulls out a pill bottle. She takes a pill, puts a couple in her pocket, and stores the bottle in her handbag. During this...
Thank you.
Yep.
No, I mean for choosing your battles.
Oh, God. Whatever. I don't really care. You sure are easy on her. She seems to get triggered by every little thing. This triggers me. Oh, my God, so triggering. I mean, I don't want to sound insensitive, but this is...
Yeah, well, that's her. It's hard on all of us in different ways. And she and Mom had their own little, we were in this house, just the two of us after you graduated thing, which she always uses.
I guess.
Yeah, man. And, I don't necessarily show it as much as her up there, but there's something about clothes.
Really?
We went up to Mom's closet this morning, and I walked in, and it just, I don't know, all the clothes smelled like her. Moments of memory just fly up and hit you in the face because you see a sleeve of a jacket, and that jacket is what she wore to your whatever, or your kids, whatever, and that image is there. Most of the time when you touch someone, a hug or an arm grab, you're touching their clothes. It's a sense memory thing. And that smell, her smell is like stuck in that closet, embedded in the door frame, in the carpet. I love that smell. So yeah, when you're up there and you're sitting on the bed organizing stuff and we're in that closet surrounded by her smell and her look and her touch, it's a lot. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You were what, 15 when Dad died? And you insisted on keeping his suit?
Yeah, that suit never fit.
Didn't fit. You're like half a foot taller than Dad. You came bounding out of your room on graduation day looking like you were ready to go clam digging. I love that picture.
Yeah. I shared it on Father's Day.
I believe I liked it.
Samantha enters down the kitchen stairs.
Thanks for the support.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Slice of lime.
John opens the refrigerator.
There's never any food in this house.
Did you expect a fully stocked kitchen?
Right.
I put some chips in the pantry and some guac in the garage fridge.
Wow, genius.
Amazing.
You're welcome.
John exits the door leading to the offstage garage.
Grab some of those boxes.
Okay, so let's begin. I'd hate to take too many moments.
John enters with a large Tupperware and juggling flat cardboard boxes.
Okay, let's discuss needs.
I need a new car.
I need an actual vacation that doesn't include spinning teacups.
No. First of all, your car is practically new.
I bought it used.
Kitchen needs. For instance, do either of you require the use of this set of everyday use silverware? Because as much as I love my shabby chic garage sale kitchenware selection, there's not even enough for me and my roommates to eat all at once.
Jesus, Sam, you're in your 30s. Go to a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Take the silverware and enjoy it.
Yay!
I learned in the media that you're getting something no one else wants.
I'm texting my roommates.
As John begins to assemble a few cardboard boxes, the sisters pull things out of drawers and cabinets. Every once in a while, the sisters might ask, "Do you want this?" or "This is tacky," etc., but they mainly place things in boxes. John's phone rings.
Is that the locksmith?
No.
Every time John answers his phone, he fumbles with his Bluetooth earpiece.
Hey, Melinda, what's up? Really? Did they reschedule? Oh, okay, good. No, that actually all works out best. Yeah, I'm not going to come in at all then. Thank you, but no, we're good. All right, call me if you need anything. Yeah, bye-bye.
Everything okay?
Everything's fine. I have a patient who has some pretty severe anxiety about going to the doctor, but we've got him pretty comfortable with me. I told him I'd come in for one appointment, but his mom called and said his fever went down and he's feeling better.
How old is he?
6.
That breaks my heart. I wonder what triggers him.
When did the locksmith say he could come?
He said pretty soon.
Is this like a it'll be between 2 and 8 situation?
Or a 4 to 6 week situation?
The guy said he's out on a job not far from here and he's almost finished and then he'll head on over.
Great.
Yeah, he's good. You know, I used him a couple of months ago. He's Aunt Sal's guy.
What did you need a locksmith for?
Well, I locked myself out of the new office a few weeks ago before I'd paid spares.
Aunt Sal's guy makes her sound like a mob boss. Can you imagine Aunt Sal in the mafia?
Yes, actually. Tanya Soprano, but Nick's the therapist, add a plume of cigarette smoke.
Yeah, Michelle Corleone both out the horse's head.
Oh, the horse's head is in the safe.
Brilliant.
What if it is something scary and creepy like that?
Scary and creepy.
I listen to true crime podcasts, multiple of them. There could most definitely be bones or like even evidence from a murder or something in there. I mean, obviously from before mom and dad, but like, what do we even know about the people who lived here before us, huh? Nothing.
Yeah, maybe you've been listening to too many podcasts.
I've never even heard of a safe in the floor. I've heard of them in walls, like covered by paintings and stuff like in the movies.
Right, filled with guns and money, not bones and evidence.
I could be down with some money in there. Oh, come on, I'm just trying to have a little lighthearted fun, just trying not to be too emotional. Maybe we all need to lighten up a little bit.
Cheryl and Samantha begin opening cabinets.
Oh, Vanessa texted me about wanting some of these.
She didn't text me about them. Oh, Cher, it's Mom's China.
Oh, we can save that for later if we want.
No, let's do it now.
He lifts it out of the cabinet.
I really do think we should get through all the incidentals and do big ticket items all at once so it feels equal.
We do not want the China.
You don't want the China?
No, we don't want the China.
I also do not want the China.
But you, of all people, I think would want this.
No, I really do not want the China. It's yours, take it.
Oh, honey, why don't one of you take it? I mean, it's beautiful China. Maybe Vanessa would want it.
Cheryl, the fanciest thing I host every year is a 4th of July rooftop kegger, which is always never not fun, and I have no idea why neither of you ever come, but whatevs. What am I going to do with this except break it? And if Nessa actually wanted any of this stuff, she'd be here.
Well, actually, she's not here because she's in the library studying.
But just...
It's cool. We know you want the China. It's all yours.
But I don't want the China.
What?
I don't want it.
This is great.
It's mauve. Mauve, for God's sakes. And you have to hand wash it. There's just so much of it. I have my own set of china. I mean,
Wow, a shocking turn of events.
I just figured someone should keep it, right?
Goodwill?
Wait, do you think we could get anything for it? Like she said, it's really nice.
You're not going to sell this crap to anybody but a pawn shop, and we'd barely make the gas money. It's not worth that little bit of cash. Go with God to Goodwill. Charity, Sam.
Tax deductions, John.
I feel like I'm supposed to want it.
He's right, just toss it.
Okay, but be careful. I want someone to enjoy the whole set.
Good job, Cher.
They place the set in a box, and Samantha writes on it, Goodwill.
Don't you think this is the kind of thing we could have sold at an estate sale, made some extra cash?
You just like the idea of telling people we're having an estate sale because it makes us seem loftier. You know, it makes Mom seem loftier. that lady was right. We don't have the time or the inventory to have a legitimate estate sale.
What do you mean loftier?
You know what I mean.
Oh, pray tell?
There you go, acting
Oh,
all...
that word too big for you?
Enough! Eat some dip.
In a small huff, Samantha exits up the stairs.
I need some more coffee.
Cheryl opens the almost empty freezer and retrieves a coffee can. She fills the coffee maker with water and prepares the brew.
How are you feeling?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay, well, do you need to check your blood sugar?
No, she's like...
She's really annoying you today.
John's blood testing machine case is in the kitchen. He begins to check his blood sugar.
I'm just tired and irritable.
Did you eat breakfast?
I had some toast.
Eat some more of this, and we can always run out and grab lunch soon.
Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't sleep very well. Yeah, I'm stressed, Cheryl. You know, there's too much going on.
I know.
Okay.
What is it?
Samantha re-enters.
You don't know.
That's why I'm asking. Hey.
I don't want to get into it. It's nothing. It's all of it. Yeah, you know, it's everything. Everything in my life just piling up at once. You know, I'm trying to get this practice off the ground, and you know, I didn't intend on taking over a business while Vanessa was, you know, still doing her thing. You know, and then all of this. It just forcing Mom to go to the doctor and being the medical liaison for everyone, deciphering our options, being the one who's supposed to know the right things to do about everything and what everything means, and the whole added, and not being able to really have hope about it, but just lying in wait for it to happen, and then here we are. You know, we have a house and a dead mom and a bunch of shit we don't know what to do with, and we need to get it all done so quickly, and I barely have time to even think or process anything, which I need to do now. And you know, trust me, we need to do this now because this fucking Bluetooth, I swear. Leave me alone! Hello? Yes, sir. Yeah, we are. You all can come over whenever. My sisters. That's right, 1289. Okay, see you soon. Thank you. Bye. You know, Locke is going to be here in just a minute.
You need to breathe. Who is Locke?
The locksmith.
No.
His last name is Locke. He's a locksmith. His dad's a locksmith. It's their whole brand.
What, has their family been locksmiths for like hundreds of years?
I guess so. I don't know. He'll be here in just a second. Ask him.
Maybe he's related to Paul Revere.
He was a blacksmith, not a locksmith.
6 of 1, really.
Shut up. You know, once he gets here, I'll run out and get some food. What do you want for lunch?
Ooh, go to Rich and Nettie's. The portions are huge, and we'll have some leftovers for when we get hungry later. Samantha, Google their menu if you don't remember. I want the club, and you could get me a large Arnold Palmer.
Text it to me.
Cheryl does so.
Meanwhile, for the love of God, eat some of the guacamole and get it together so you don't spiral into a diabetic tailspin when the guy gets here. You know, this doesn't happen often, does it? This doesn't happen out in the world, does it? You just not eating and letting your equilibrium do jumping jacks inside of you?
Whoa. Mom, is that you?
I think it is.
I'm serious.
He's fine. He's emotionally raw, and his guard is down with us. He's allowed to express himself. We carry the burden of being the people you're allowed to explode in front of and not get arrested. Sometimes it's like fire and ash raining down on Pompeii, but I keep an umbrella handy. I'm glad to try to see him being open.
Oh, he's not trying to be open and honest. He's trying to avoid balancing his insulin.
You're right, he should make sure he's eating for sure, but I have to say, he's been making...
Hello! He is standing right here. He eats and monitors his blood sugar like a good little boy he has for over a decade. He did not sleep well last night, and he thought there was more food in this house than there was, and he didn't stop for something more to eat, and he is, really tired of being mommed right now.
We're done.
Thank you.
No more momming for any of us.
Doorbell rings. Cheryl goes to answer it. Locke is on the other side.
Hi there.
Hello!
Are you Locke? Come on in. I'm Cheryl.
Hi there, Cheryl. As you seem to know, I'm Locke. John and Samantha enter the living room.
Hi.
Hey there, son. How's it going?
Doing pretty well. You tagging along with your son today?
No, I'm taking this one on my own.
Oh, great. Great. You met my sister Cheryl, and this is our baby sister Samantha.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
Too.
nice to meet you.
Listen, I hope it's all right. I went ahead and parked there in the driveway. I can move if I'm blocking someone in. I just wanted to make sure that's okay.
That's great.
Okay, thanks. So, rumor has it you've got a safe you can't open.
That's the predicament.
I gotta tell you, I'm real sorry to hear about your mom.
Thank you.
That's sweet. Thank you. It's tough.
Let's head upstairs.
John leads the way up the living room stairs and into the main bedroom. During this, I know Sally's been real upset about it.
Sally?
Sally, isn't that your aunt?
Oh, Aunt Sal.
Yes. Gee, you got me worried there for a minute that I'd completely confused this family for another one. That would not be good. You start confusing things like that, and it's a slippery slope for the memory. Once it starts to slide away, it's gone. Gotta keep this brain in check. Gotta keep this memory good. That's why I insist on still working some jobs on my own,
Right. I just legitimately don't think I've ever heard anyone call her Sally. Just Sal.
Well, Sally, whatever her name is, she's a gem. We get along real great. Sometimes we run into each other at our shared watering hole, have a whiskey, Oh, and she told me all about your mother, and what a wonderful gal she was, and all that, so please know you've been in my prayers.
We really appreciate that, sir.
Of course.
So anyways, here it is.
John has led them to a corner of the bedroom.
Just excuse the mess everywhere. We're right in the middle.
Combination or key?
Combo.
Not working?
Don't have it.
We didn't know it existed until last month. Our realtor went around replacing all the floor vent covers, and turns out this is not a floor vent. It wasn't in any of the paperwork, and we just...
All that is to say, we don't have the combination.
Interesting. That sounds right, I suppose. May I?
Yeah, go on ahead.
Locke inspects the safe. This shouldn't be too much trouble. Now, do y'all want me to just get her open, or should I extricate it from the floor?
Just...
I have no clue.
Yes.
If it's able to be functional, I guess leave it.
Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna run out to my truck and grab what I need.
Great. Thank you.
Locke goes down the living room stairs and exits through the front door.
You don't need to tell him we didn't know this existed. Not everyone needs to know the inside-out workings of our inheritance.
Sorry, I didn't think about that.
Are you cool for me to head out and grab some food?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll text you my order.
Samantha does so.
Should we put this on Mom's debit card, or do you want me to just get it?
Use Mom's, it's on the mantle.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll be back in a bit.
He moves down the stairs and retrieves the debit card. As he reaches the door, Locke enters it, now wearing knee pads and goggles. Locke and John almost collide.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry there, son.
I'm going to grab lunch for my sisters and I. Can I get you anything?
Oh, you're nice, but no, thank you. And listen, we appreciate you and your aunt, and hopefully now your sisters, patronizing our little family business. It does not go unnoticed those who have not fallen prey to the big box.
Oh, no worries. You all keep doing a good job. Why wouldn't we keep calling you?
Okay, well, let me get to it then.
Sounds good. I'll be back soon.
They shake hands. As John exits, Locke heads upstairs, entering the bedroom. Cheryl and Samantha have tidied up a bit. All right, I'm just gonna get started here. Locke spreads out a drop cloth.
About how long do you think? I mean, it doesn't really matter, just curious.
We don't want to rush you at all. We are a bit anxious to see what, if anything, is in there. I mean, for all we know, it was here before our parents bought this house.
He lowers to his knees and grabs the drill.
You going to be okay on your knees like that?
Oh, I'll be just fine. Hopefully won't take too long.
All right. Well, like we said, no real rush. We'll get out of your hair.
Yeah, why don't I bring you some water?
You're too kind. Let's see what's hiding underneath these floorboards. Locke turns on the drill and starts toward the safe. Blackout. Scene 2. 45 minutes later, the Coll home. Upstairs, the door to the main bedroom has been shut, muffling the sound of Locke's work. The kitchen cabinets are now cleaned out, and the filled boxes labeled Goodwill, Cheryl, John, and the majority, Sam, have been moved to the living room. On Lights Up, we hear bang, bang, bang from upstairs. Samantha and Cheryl sit in the living room looking at an old photo album.
Oh my god, those dresses.
Oh no! What is happening? God, I haven't looked at this in forever. I forgot how hideous wedding attire was in the 70s.
I mean, Mom looks beautiful, obviously.
Obviously.
But those bridesmaids' dresses, oh my. With the matching hats, Jesus, it's terrible.
The page is turned. Immediately, they start laughing and they can't control it.
Look at Aunt Sal!
I cannot. I have never in my life seen someone look like such a fish out of water before. Oh my god.
This person is hungover. Is that... Wait, am I seeing ladies' bolo ties?
Oh, turn the page immediately. Oh,
Daddy.
I love this picture. He's so handsome. And this one down here, Gil Coll and groomsmen.
God, John does look just like him. It's uncanny.
It's his eyes. They have the exact same eyes. So do you. Let me see. Yep, the same.
His eyes are so alive in this picture.
Yeah, well, it was his wedding day. One would hope there'd be joy in his eyes. This is definitely not the guy I knew.
Daddy had joy.
I guess. I don't really remember too much. I remember him, of course, and I loved him. But there's nothing tired or worn down about him in this picture. He's so young and full of energy.
Yeah.
What was it he'd say?
I'm only keeping
going for you kids. Yeah. What even is that? He always talked like such an old man.
You have kids, Samantha. It's a different ballgame.
I don't have kids, Cheryl, and I still retain the will to keep going.
Bang, bang, bang from upstairs.
Shit, that scared me.
You also didn't have a heart attack at the age of 30, right? It's just a few years after this picture.
That's younger than I am right now.
It's why I get worried about John.
Jesus, a heart attack at 30. I don't think about that, about how young he was. Mom and Dad, Aunt Sal, everyone always seemed older, you know. In this picture, he's what, 27, 28? Looking at it, he just seems older than that. It's like you see old black and white pictures of them and their cute little kids, but it's black and white, it's distance from you. After that, they're just older. They've never been your age.
They've never been our age in our age, no. I don't think Daddy ever had a chance to be young. And his parents were dead, and he started working so early on, and then drafted. Can't imagine that there was ever going to be an adolescence to be had at all. He became an adult 20 years before any of us did in our lives. It went from black and white to too much color all at once. He was forced to be too strong, too soon, too fast. I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird. I feel strange.
We were forced to grow up quickly when he died.
Well, we had Mom.
It does feel like I'm mourning Dad all over again while I mourn Mom. But not again. Almost for the first time.
What's that mean?
He died when I was 10. Obviously, at the time I was sad, but does a 10-year-old know how to properly mourn?
Does a 41-year-old?
I was sad, I was scared too. But then I was distracted. It's not like we did a lot of talking in this house about him. about what happened to us when his heart just gave out in the middle of the night?
I can't imagine waking up one morning to Frank lying dead next to me. And you know my husband would find a way to die in his sleep and still be bug-eyed in the morning.
The rare times Mom would mention Dad, it was always, reminiscing about their lives before us, with some footnote about how he loved us so much and all that bullshit. Not bullshit. You know what I mean. She didn't talk about him.
Mom didn't have an ounce of BS in her at all. She put too hard of a shell around herself to let any in.
You think she was hard?
I think she did everything she could to make sure she kept her shit together. She wasn't cold or unfeeling. You know I don't mean that, but come on. She was tough. I think she let her guard down with us a bit more than others. She propped herself up on strength.
So that's where you get it from?
God, I'm not propping myself up on anything. Listen, I'm glad you're able to be here for all this, and I'm proud of you for getting to the place where you are. This job and everything, it sounds like it's really good for you, Samantha. Just enough with that stupid retail job.
Oh, yeah. Took long enough, right?
Bang, bang from upstairs.
Am I going to get any advanced copies of books your boss is editing or what? What are you all reading now?
Oh, I'm actually always not sure what we can and can't talk about authors and copyright and all that stuff. Honestly, it's nice to not have to think about work for like a second.
Well, it's just nice that they're letting you work from here right now. And
Right. Where is John? It's taking a minute to grab some food.
it is, isn't it?
Does he swing back and forth like that often?
You were the one defending him.
Yeah, I said that to get him to calm down.
He does need to be more careful. That was more than just blood sugar. He's very frantic lately.
We're all a little thrown off right now.
Why do you do that? You disagree with me in front of him, but now you literally flip-flop?
Playing devil's advocate.
He has this continual look of terror in his eyes for the past couple months. And yes, while Mom was in the hospital and all that, it makes sense, but it's still there. It's not his normal state.
What exactly is the deal with this practice? I mean, I know it's happened, but what's the situation? His boss retired or?
I think he's keeping up his license to help out if need be, but I think he's covering today. But yeah, he officially sold the practice to John and the other doctor.
Right. I know her. She was a year above me in high school, very smart, went to Harvard. Honestly, she was a huge bitch in high school, but whatever. I'm sure she's fine now. We don't call other women bitches, Samantha. I'm sure she's a good business partner.
I think so. It's a pretty sweet deal if you ask me. I mean, private medical practice, financially in the long run, fantastic. Frank did the contracts and Nessa helped, actually. But I don't think John planned on having his own practice right now. I mean, maybe in a couple of years, but not while Vanessa is finishing law school. You know, John is very much about his plans. Then, as all of that got sorted, the owner of the building jacks up the price when they go in to negotiate a new lease. And listen, I don't mean to downplay that the last few months have been crazy for all of us. I mean, hello. But one must find a way to cope. And I think that at this point, everything is pretty much settled and calmed down. Logistically, all the boxes are checked. Why stress? All we got to do is empty the house so it can sell while the market's hot.
Which, thanks to the new school opening 2 blocks from here, it will. Fast, right?
That's what I expect, yes.
Right. Poor John. His plate is really full.
Samantha sends a text message.
I just hope that's all it is. All right. Kitchen done. We said we'd do some more of the bedroom while John's out. He's out. Shall we?
The guy's up there.
Yes, but I'm thinking we could do jewelry.
I do like shiny things.
All right, let's do it. Go fetch the family jewels if you can manage the hall, and I shall go prepare a spot of tea, aka stale coffee for myself. I hope that guy up there is all right. I did not expect Grandpa Locksmith to be the one to show up.
I know, right? I was hoping for more of a younger, hotter, sweaty, rugged handyman type.
Well, I'm sure he's hot and sweaty. Have him come get us when he's ready to open the safe.
Yes, I want to film an unboxing video.
Sure.
As Samantha moves upstairs, Cheryl proceeds to the kitchen where she refills her coffee cup and puts it in the microwave for a few seconds. On her first sip, she retrieves a pill from her pocket and takes it. She returns to the living room. Meanwhile, Samantha gingerly enters the main bedroom. Locke stops drilling upon her entrance.
Hi, sorry, just wanted to grab something. How's it going? Do you need anything? Are you getting too hot up here?
No, I'm fine, thank you. I'm making some good headway on this.
Oh, good.
She moves to the dresser.
Don't mind me.
You're fine, miss. I just don't want to drill with you in the room here without any goggles on.
Ooh, very thoughtful.
She opens a dresser drawer, and from underneath the clothes and in the very back, she retrieves 2 necklace cases. She grabs the jewelry box on top of the dresser and heads to the door.
If you don't mind, could you let us know right before you get it open?
Sure thing.
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Closing the door behind her, we faintly hear the drilling begin again, and Samantha gallops down the stairs.
Treasure.
Samantha hands the older necklace case to Cheryl and places the box on the coffee table. Both cases contain a set of pearls. As they open them and put the necklaces on...
Everything copacetic up there?
Oh, he must have thrown the safe out the window and made a run for it. He's gone.
Fantastic. Very I Love Lucy.
Thanks, Ethel. You need more jewelry. Tell Frank to get on that. He can afford it.
We can afford it. Honey, that money is mine too. I've always preferred Alexis to a necklace, but now I have both.
The front door opens. Vanessa Isaacson Coll enters. She carries with her a tray of 4 large iced coffees.
Vanessa!
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello.
Vanessa stands there presenting herself.
What are you doing here, girl?
Well, Johnny said you were all taking a lunch break, and I thought I'd bring over some coffee. Well, just that one's mine. And join you and take a little break myself. See how you all doing. What's going on, et cetera, et cetera.
Nice, thanks.
I didn't know what you'd like, so I just brought all the same. Oat milk iced lattes, 2 pumps hazelnut, 2 pumps caramel, 2 brown sugars. It's what I like.
Very sweet of you. Where is John? He's taking forever.
Yeah, I just texted him and he didn't respond.
He'll be here in just a bit. He ran to the hardware store and he said there's a big line.
How's it going? Just a few more weeks, right?
Yes, honey. Big on with you, bar exam, and on to the next. And Barbara said that there's not much more.
Oh, she's a partner at the firm. She's fantastic.
Absolutely fabulous. Ever since I was a paralegal there, she's been so encouraging and amazing. And now I'm going to be on her team. At the table.
You're ready to get to work.
I'm ready for all of it. What are you all doing? I'm loving the pearls look.
Should we wait to do this a bit later?
Why?
Well,
because I'm here? Oh, please, honey.
Well, we don't want to be rude. John's going to be here soon and we're going to eat.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl, stop. You know you're not being rude. I know my place. I'm just going to enjoy not reading for a half an hour. You do your thing till he gets here. It's not like you have that much to go through anyways.
yeah. Okay.
Cheryl empties out the jewelry box. There isn't a lot here. Mom was not a jewelry collector. They organize. Vanessa picks up the photo album and starts thumbing through it.
She's right. This is going to be easy.
Marilyn didn't wear that much jewelry. Oh my God. Is that Gil?
Yeah, that's Daddy.
John looks just like him. That's cray. Gil was kind of a fox.
Bang, bang.
What's that noise?
It's the locksmith.
Oh, right. The safe.
I'm hoping for an oil deed.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Wait, I thought you were hoping for a severed head or something.
Oh my. What do you mean, hoping for?
You never know what's inside a hidden safe.
Ah, lofty ambitions.
I don't think that anything's in there. I mean, if there is, it's probably really old pay stubs or something from the people who lived here before us. Mom was smart. She had Frank tie everything up and it all got organized years ago. I mean, nothing's been a surprise or anything like that. If that safe up there had anything to do with us at all, we'd have known. Either before or after she died. There'd have been some info is all I'm saying.
Okay, but what if it's something? An oil deed, for instance, from before Mom and Dad lived here. You really think it's just been sitting up there empty?
She could have had it removed.
Hell, if it's your story, then Dad could have had it removed. He would have had it removed.
Well, maybe they didn't even know it was there. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I think. What does John say?
He hasn't speculated. Pretty sure it's the last thing on his mind.
Oh, Samantha, here's the ring you mentioned.
Oh, you don't mind, right?
Nope, it's yours. I like this one.
So diplomatic.
Luckily, we have different tastes.
Yes, Samantha feels I need a bit more.
Oh, you
I
have
didn't
great
say that. I
taste.
said use said taste.
All right, one for you, one for me, one for...
Let me see.
Cheryl hands her the unclaimed ring.
God, this is gorgeous.
That one was Nana's.
Well, you have a couple options here. You could take the stones out of the ring and split them up between you, have something new made with your stones.
That's not a bad idea.
Or, since you only have boys right now, Cheryl, one of you could keep it and save it for if one of us has a daughter.
I'm not having a daughter, honey. Frank's snipped. We're done.
Well, we'll know soon enough what we're having.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What?
Johnny said he was going to tell you this morning.
You're pregnant?
I am, unexpectedly, but I am.
Oh my
Huh?
God. Oh,
John was a mess
sweetheart.
earlier. Why didn't he
I'm
tell us?
so thrilled for you. I mean, wait, how far along are you?
12 weeks. That's why he said he was going to tell you today. I've been sitting here thinking you two are so self-involved. We found out the same week Marilyn went into the hospital. So yes, John's learning how to spin plates.
But he's excited, right?
Of course. Timing is not what either of us wanted. Trust me. I was sick as a dog, which didn't help. But it is what it is. We can't wait, obviously.
Oh, Vanessa, I'm just so happy for you. So what's the plan?
I'm still taking the bar. Now that I'm through the first trimester, I'll speak to the firm. They have really good policies.
I would hope so.
I'm sure the firm will take care of you. Talk to Barbara.
Ah, the fantastic, fabulous Babs.
Of course. I'm confident we'll find a path forward. An associate gave birth a few months ago, and I reached out to her for some guidance. And she said they were really easy to work with.
It's great. I bet your mom is thrilled. I mean, she
My mother is over the moon, can't contain herself. I'm starting to avoid her thrilled.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm just so happy. Really, Vanessa, I am.
Me too, Nessa. Congrats.
I know, Cher. Thanks, girls.
We have so much to discuss and plan. I'm obviously throwing a shower.
We must. And I think we definitely hold off on doing anything with this ring.
Yes, I'll keep it. And if it's a girl, Sam and I will give it to John.
I love that.
So you're 12 weeks. That means you're due...
Early December. December 9th is the due date.
Aw, December baby.
Yeah. Let me text this boy again. Baby is hungry.
On this, Samantha starts to put everything unclaimed back into the box. All three women are now wearing the jewelry they've chosen.
Papa John, I can't believe it.
He's handling everything pretty well, actually. When it rains, it pours, I guess. For us, it's a bit of a monsoon, but...
John enters through the front door. He carries with him a bag of takeout food and bubble wrap.
John,
Get the devil
finally.
up here.
What?
Pearl hugs him.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Papa
Congratulations,
John!
brother.
How dare you not tell us?
The cat's out of the bag?
Honey.
Indeed.
The rumors are true.
Could not be better news. And where have you been?
He grabs the bag of food and begins to lay it out on the coffee table.
Sorry, I stopped to get some more bubble wrap on the way and it took forever.
Good thinking. Thanks. Samantha, let's take the food into the kitchen and eat in there. I don't want to get anything on the rug. John, you're gonna be a dad.
They gather the food and drinks and move to the kitchen. Cheryl dumps her iced coffee into the sink and refills her to-go cup with coffee from earlier.
Hello, wife, mother.
Husband, father, hello.
They kiss.
How you doing?
I'm good. Ready to eat.
Your sister said you were a bit on edge earlier. Were you nervous to tell him?
Of course she did. I'm fine, really. Just had a moment. I wasn't nervous to tell him. I promise. I'm good now.
All right.
John follows Vanessa into the kitchen. They all sit. The food is handed out and they begin to eat. Before he does so, John takes a shot of insulin.
Things look like they're coming along pretty smoothly around here.
Actually, they are. We're making great time. It's easier working with these fools than I thought.
These
Honey.
fools, you say. No, Vanessa, it's cool. It takes one to know one.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You all are funny.
We're doing great. Upstairs is done except for the dresser in Mom's room, which I think Samantha and I can bang out in about an hour later.
Did you all finish in here?
Yep. Oh, Ness, I made sure John grabbed those bowls you asked about.
Grazie. So then what's left?
We did the office already, so really just the living room in there and the garage, which is almost all trash.
Fun.
Bang, bang, bang.
Did either of you check on him upstairs, see how it's going?
I was up there a bit ago. He's fine.
Cheryl thinks the safe's empty. What do you think?
Yeah, I haven't thought about it, I guess. Probably nothing.
I think it's exciting. I love a good mystery.
How about a mystery that doesn't directly involve us?
Touché. So, you're dealing with morning sickness?
I was for the first few weeks, yeah, but it seems to be pretty smooth sailing now. I feel great.
That's good. With the first, I had none. With the second, it was never ending from conception to push. John, Mom would be so happy right now.
Johnny.
I told her.
You did?
Yeah.
I was only a couple of weeks, but we thought she should know.
She was very happy to hear the news.
Oh, John.
I'm so glad you told her.
I am too.
Bang, bang, bang. Over the next bit of dialogue, Locke exits the bedroom, entering down the living room stairs.
He really is going at that thing, isn't he? Okay. To the Coll family. I'm glad to be one of you.
To the Coll family.
Oh, no.
Samantha.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's just so sweet you told Mom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just burst out like that.
Don't apologize. You're good. Now we both freaked out today. Cher's next.
Realizing where they are, Locke enters the kitchen.
Can't wait.
Pardon me.
Yes, hey there. How's it going?
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt your luncheon. I apologize.
Of course not. No worries.
Listen, I hate to be the bearer of not great news, but your floorboards up there have a bit of moisture underneath them.
Shit.
Johnny.
Excuse me.
It looks like an isolated issue, if that makes it any better. I'm gonna have to reinforce the safe, and I'd get a plumber over here today or tomorrow if you can.
Okay.
I'll just run out and get some things for my truck. Once I get it reinforced, I'll get it open. He exits the kitchen, through the living room, and out the front door.
Yeah, I thought you had a plumber here this week to fix the bathroom up there.
I did.
Hell of a job he did.
Hey, I used your guy.
Let me guess. He's actually Aunt Sal's guy?
Yeah.
I'll ask my dad who he uses.
Great. One more hurdle.
I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. Just a little leak.
Locke re-enters. As the door shuts, the bedroom floor breaks through and the safe comes falling down from the ceiling, crashing to the living room floor. In its descent, it is broken open. A large amount of cash spills from it. On the sound of its fall, the family rushes out of the kitchen into the living room. That one's on me. The curtain falls. End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 1. 2 hours later, the Coll home. The kitchen is in the exact same condition as we left it. In the living room, we find Vanessa, sitting and reading her law book, and Cheryl, along with Frank Dougherty. There are 4 piles of cash on the coffee table and floor. Each pile has a piece of paper on or near it, on which the pile's amount is written 4 times. The safe now sits on top of the Goodwill box. At lights, Frank is on his cell phone, pacing, with Cheryl following behind.
What were they playing?
What were they playing? They were playing Army Base.
Lord have mercy. It never ends with
Yeah.
noise. I swear.
Yeah. Listen, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Totally. We understand. Yes, it sounds like you all are taking care of it. We appreciate that. Give us a call after he sees the doctor. That's just fine. Really. And truly, I promise we are not mad. Honestly, dude, relax. He's okay, right? Breathe. Breathe. You good? Call us if you need to, but like, really, if you need to. Uh-huh. Yeah. Bye. What an idiot.
Well,
He's afraid I'm gonna sue the camp. Our son decided to lead a group of his cabin mates up to the top of a jungle gym where he proclaimed that the base had been bombed by Russians.
bombed by Russians.
And that they had to jump from the top of this jungle gym, mind you, in order to escape, burning their lives away.
I'm assuming they're taking the general to the emergency room.
Yep. Same hospital as last year. It's probably a broken foot.
That'll mean a cast. Shit. The rest of the summer. Miserable. I'm going to have an 8-year-old boy who enjoys playing army base and jumping off of stuff stuck inside my house in a foot cast all July and August. A Russian bomber?
Seriously.
Great. Some ER doc in Western Mass probably thinks our children are bone-breaking maniacs. Which they are.
Did one of the boys break something last year?
It's never ending. My advice to the expecting mother, just get through the there's poop everywhere stage and don't think too far into the future.
Vanessa, what are you studying today?
Looking over criminal procedure, evidentiary issues, the like.
Okay, let's say you have a client. He's pulled over on the interstate in a rental car. Cop sees a certain amount of money from him, let's say $17,000. He sends you, his counsel, to get the rest of his belongings from the rental car place, the stuff the police did not seize. Okay? Now, in his belongings is more money. Not like, oops, that's $20 that fell from my pocket. Let's say another $3,000 is there. What's your next move?
Well, there's competing concerns here. This client of mine, he didn't tell me there would be more money in the rental car place, correct?
Correct.
So my knowledge of this money does not fall under client privilege, which means I should follow my obligation as an officer of the court to report this finding to the prosecutor or to law enforcement because it is potential evidence in the case. It'd be murkier had my client given me any reason to believe I would be finding more evidence, but in this case, he did not. It's one of those hidden ethics questions.
Well done.
During this last exchange, John has entered the main bedroom from offstage. He goes to the hole in the floor and inadvertently knocks a piece of debris, and it falls down to the living room floor.
Oh my god. Phone, call Johnny.
John's phone rings. He answers it.
Hello?
Come downstairs.
She hangs up the phone. John enters the living room via the stairs.
Yes?
He sees the safe. Going to it, he looks and feels inside.
Be careful up there. Is your stomach all right? You were up there forever.
Probably shouldn't use that bathroom, especially for larger transactions.
Touche.
They just got a call that
Something's
Tommy's
stuck in
going to
here.
the emergency room.
What? What's wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing. He broke his foot, more than likely.
Jesus. Your kids need to drink more milk, Cheryl.
John, we just conquered broccoli.
Cheryl and Frank high five.
One thing at a time.
John pulls something loose from the safe, a large envelope.
What's that?
John opens the envelope. Inside is a collection of old folded newspapers along with a small blue boat flag. He lays them out on the coffee table as the other 4 of them gather around.
They're from the 70s.
76. Look, most of these are from 76.
Hold on. Just hold on. I'm looking around here and there's just way too much going on for this place to be even more of a mess than it has to be. Can't fucking focus like this. Was everyone's count the same?
Cheryl picks up the piece of paper from the nearest stack of cash. As the others move to do the same, she reads.
17,940, 17,940, 17,940, $17,940.
$18,620 all around.
18,160 times 4.
Ooh, and I win with $18,880.
Cheryl has been punching the numbers into her phone's calculator.
That adds up to $73,600 in cold, hard cash.
Oh my God.
I knew your mother was fabulous.
Jesus, Mom.
Cheryl grabs the closest coffee cup and takes a sip. It's gross.
Oh, honey, that's mine. Don't waste the decaf. My taste buds think it's real coffee.
John, get a box or, I don't know, a wheelbarrow or something. I can't think with all this cash just everywhere.
John moves towards the kitchen. Vanessa follows.
God bless.
God bless.
Whew. Even after sweeping, the dust situation in here is real. Is the rest of the cleaning stuff somewhere?
It's all out here.
John and Vanessa move into the kitchen. She exits into the garage. John moves to the table where he takes a sip from his drink and a bite of his sandwich. He'd forgotten they were eating earlier and he's hungry. He continues to stand and eat. All along, the action in the living room continues. Cheryl and Frank begin moving the cash all to one pile, moving the newspapers out of our way.
How you doing?
Frank, I gotta tell you, I'm holding it together, but I am just a little all over the place. I have been all day. I almost just snapped at Vanessa, which I haven't done in ages. My brother and sister are... everything's fine. But remember this morning when everything was about to be tied up in a little bow over here? Oh, and I didn't feel like such a crap mom.
Whoa. A crap mom you are not. And the bow, well, the bow seems to have been untied.
I'd say so. What in the world is this? Almost $75,000, Frank? I can't even wrap my brain around it. What if this money isn't ours? Or what if Mom was mixed up in something we just have no idea about?
Listen, let's not jump to conclusions. Your mother probably put a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, into the safe every so often, and it built up.
You knew nothing about this.
Me?
Well, I don't know. It was just you and her while you were drawing up all her estate stuff. Maybe something came up or seemed off or something.
Vanessa enters the kitchen with cleaning supplies. Seeing John standing and eating, she goes to wash her hands, joins him at the table, and takes a seat.
Down, babe.
John sits. They eat. Once he has finished his sandwich, he eats Samantha's. They get lost in their phones.
Honey, that was 3 or 4 years ago, but I can tell you nothing suspicious or even weird was up, and if there had been, I think I would have mentioned something to you. Even if I couldn't, I would have said something like, you need to talk to your mom or something.
3 or 4 years ago, there were a lot of things you weren't telling me.
Hey.
I know.
Come here. Okay, Cheryl, let's take a break. You're way up here right now, and I'm calling a timeout.
Don't call a timeout with them in the next room.
I'm following Dr. Conway's orders. Come on, Cheryl. Cheryl, just fucking do it, okay? You want to get into a fight with them in the next room, or take a timeout? Let's do reminders.
They immediately sit on the floor, facing each other, eyes closed. Cheryl extends both of her arms towards Frank.
Frank, hands.
Right.
He extends his towards hers. They hold hands. Their breathing follows the count.
We'll just do a couple rounds. In. 1, 2, 3.
As Cheryl and Frank continue their deep breathing, John's phone rings.
Hello? Yes, this is him. Oh. I do. I can. Yes, always. On time, focused, great. Just that, she's great. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Yes. Bye-bye.
What in the world was that?
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling calmer.
I'm too. Okay, you start.
Reminder, we have to remind ourselves not to lose all the work we've done.
Reminder, with rebuilt trust, only things moving forward can break it, not what's been fixed or mended, whatever word she uses.
Right. We can't pick at old healed wounds. Reminder, you have to be proud of yourself. 32 days without a pill, that is major. Second reminder, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Reminder, I forgive you, and I'm sorry, and I forgive myself.
Reminder, I forgive you, and I'm sorry, and I forgive myself.
We hear a car horn honk from the driveway.
I think she just pulled up.
John and Vanessa gather everything from the table and throw it away. John exits into the garage.
And I forgive God for letting my brother unknowingly marry a woman you tried to sleep with.
Vanessa enters the living room.
Are you two okay?
We're good.
We're good.
They help each other up off the floor. Samantha enters through the front door.
I've returned.
Where is she?
She's in the car on the phone.
John enters from the garage with an old red wagon. He wheels it through the kitchen into the living room.
Found this thing.
Perfect. Let's pull all of it in here for now.
John wheels the wagon to the cash and they do so. They place the safe and the newspapers on top of the money.
What's the deal?
Samantha, we're talking over $73,000.
What?
Each one of us counted each stack.
Mom, what the actual fuck?
What did you tell Aunt Sal?
So wait a minute, that's like another what, like 24,000 extra on top of the house, right?
I don't know, I guess. What did you tell Aunt Sal? Or what did Aunt Sal say?
Nothing. She was on the phone when I got there, which is why she wasn't picking up when we called. She drove her own car, so we haven't talked except for me mouthing, "You need to come over now." Oh, by the way, after we get this all figured out, we should maybe work on getting her license taken away. She drives like a bat out of hell.
I'm starting to think you were right earlier. I kind of wish I hadn't insisted on getting her over here now. I don't want to deal with all this.
Not so late to just...
The front door bursts open. Enter Aunt Sal Coll.
I swear to Christ, I'm gonna take that fucker to court if I have to.
What?
No soliciting. No soliciting. There's a big old sign right there at the entrance of the parking lot of my apartment building, and it says no soliciting at all of any kind whatsoever. But the bitch in apartment 6, I should change it to 666, I swear. But she told her little granddaughter she could set up shop. And I told her they're blocking the goddamn fire escapes. So I do not care that they're Girl Scouts, and I do not care that people like their stale, shitty cookies, and I especially do not care that she offered to give me some for free. I mean, what is she, some New York politician with this corruption? I swear to Christ, Vanessa, I mean, tell me, sweetheart, can I get this woman out of my building based on this or what? Huh? I mean, can I excise this demon out of my life? I mean, do you think I could keep her security deposit or no?
Sal, I gotta be honest, it sounds like...
I didn't ask you, idiot. I mean, she went to law school and probably did a hell of a lot better than you did.
Aunt Sal.
What? I mean, Frank, all right, I'm sorry. You're not an idiot. Well, not all the time, at least.
Love you too.
Haven't you been trying to get this woman out for a while?
Oh, yeah, 15 years I've hated this woman. I swear, from the moment I bought the building, she has remained the utter bane of my existence. But she's going nowhere. She's a cockroach. She's a cockroach stuck in a glue trap, and she'll be hanging out of that apartment window yelling about God knows what until he comes down here, not to gather us all up to heaven, but to tell her to shut the hell up!
Seeing the hole in the ceiling.
What the...
Yeah, so we've had a bit of a hiccup.
Oh my God, what happened?
Seeing the money.
What's going on? Where's all that money from?
We're hoping you'd know.
No, what? What the hell is going on? Did someone call you? Who called you? Huh? Or do I not want to know? Have I unknowingly become some sort of accomplice in something? Am I supposed to know what's going on?
Now,
We found it upstairs.
In a safe.
in the floor, hence the...
Oh, wait. You found cash in a safe, in the ceiling, in the floor, in this house? This is some sort of joke. Is this what this is? Some practical joke? Well, I mean, I have to tell you, it's gone a little too far, and I do not find it appropriate so soon after your mother's death, a joke like this.
No, Aunt Sal, really. We found it upstairs, like, just now. The hole's its own basic plumbing issue.
Aunt Sal stands, pulls a pack of cigarettes from her pocket, and exits through the front door. Cheryl, John, and Samantha follow her. Out of her bag, Vanessa retrieves a law book and opens it to a tabbed page.
Are you going to head out to study?
I can't leave right now, Frank. Are you kidding me?
Sorry if Cheryl was a bitch to you earlier. She's,
Cheryl was not a bitch earlier, and you wouldn't need to apologize for her if she was.
Rawr, a little touchy, huh?
Go be their attorney.
They can catch old Sallywags up, just the three of them. I don't want that smoke blowing in my face if I can help it.
Frank wheels the wagon around a bit, absent-mindedly parking it somewhere slightly out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, hey, by the way, congrats.
Thank you.
Kids are the best.
We're really, really excited.
Aunt Sal re-enters, followed by the siblings. She heads directly for and up the living room stairs. They follow her.
Slow down. No one wants to plan another funeral right now.
At least we have the money for it.
Oh, shut up, smartass.
They enter the main bedroom and shut the door.
You know, I had a bit of an inkling you might be pregnant, but I didn't mention it to anyone.
Yeah? What made you think that?
Your ass and your tits?
Oh, really? You noticed me walking around the office?
Vanessa moves out to the patio, taking a seat. Frank follows her outside.
I did.
You amaze me. You really do.
Yeah?
I gotta tell ya, I know that deep down inside, you want to be a good guy. I know that's what you really want. When you have a lapse in judgment, I believe that you actually feel badly.
I shouldn't have said that. I thought it was funny. I'm sorry. Now I do feel bad.
Badly. You know, when you told me that you were married after we'd had sex,
Shh.
and you cried and told me that you were going to tell her and you apologized to me for lying and it was all like some ridiculous sitcom scene, but it was real. And not only did I know it was real, but I pitied you.
We do not need to open old healed wounds.
Hey, guy, then stop picking at them. Listen, what I'm saying is that 3 years ago, I got a phone call from a woman I'd never met, and she tells me she's Frank's wife. And she says she knows he tried to sleep with me, and they're working through their issues. And you all are in therapy, and it would be really helpful, as long as I felt comfortable, if we could all meet. And I'm like, wow. I mean, wow. How amazing and progressive and I don't know, just really frou-frou and cool. And I convinced myself this guy sleeping with me was so minuscule and meaningless. He didn't need to tell her the whole truth. And I like my job. And I don't want to feel weird there. Remember, this was before everything with Me Too got started. And this gal seems amazing. Which she turns out to be. I love your wife. We became friends, is how amazing she is. She introduced me to her fucking brother without even prefacing it with how we met. And now I'm pregnant with his child. And quite frankly, Franklin, I know you want to be a good guy, but I'm not so sure you don't want to be a bad guy too. You see, you gotta want both. So prove it. Stop feeling badly for your pitiful lacks of judgment and go find some better fucking judgment. You're a really good lawyer, dude. Try being a good guy for God's sake.
You should really think about trial work.
I said we can discuss it later.
The door to the bedroom flies open and Samantha comes bolting through it, down the kitchen stairs. Her brother, sister, and aunt follow. This attracts Vanessa and Frank into the house.
No!
Listen, it was an accident. It wasn't
What
like
are you talking about?
Vanessa and Frank enter the kitchen.
Nothing.
This is not how you react to nothing.
What's all this?
Nothing.
The phone call. You see, back when Sam was right out of college, we used a fake name and she used me as a reference.
What?
Everyone does it.
They do not.
I mean,
So I got a call earlier asking for Dick Coxwell.
Dick Coxwell.
I was 21 when I made it up. Listen, I
got a call asking for Dick Coxwell, asking if I could give a reference for you.
What? Why? You were just saying you love your job.
Uh-oh.
No, it's just, yes, I do. But, sometimes you look up jobs. Sometimes you just do. And apply for fun, for options, right? Yes, you do. So I did, and I guess I just, attached the wrong fucking old resume or whatever, and they called you, and it's not a big deal. Did you give me a good reference?
Samantha!
It was an accident. I didn't mean to. Ugh. I don't have a job.
Kaboom.
Shut up.
Up.
Hey, Samantha. What the hell?
What?
What do you mean, what? Don't say what
Fine.
like that. No. She's been walking around here playing some kind of charade with 2 phones, saying she's got all this work to do and bullshit. So what's the deal? When did you lose this job?
They didn't let you go because you needed to be here, did they?
No, that's not. I didn't lose my new job. I never had one.
You never
Oh.
had one.
Samantha, so you still been working at Forever 21? John.
No, I didn't leave the Forever because I got a new job. I got fired.
Yeah, this is so typical.
Fuck you.
Hey, that's enough.
You all have no idea how difficult it is to get a job.
So what? Just lie to everyone?
What do you care? It's not like you have a job.
She could if she wanted to or needed to.
Samantha?
After Mom got diagnosed, one day I was having just like a really, really hard day, and no one could cover my shift. And they have like no mental health awareness policies, like at all. It's so ridiculous and out of touch. So I didn't show up. I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
I just couldn't, my mind and my body just couldn't. So they fired me. And what am I supposed to do? Tell Mom, who's like dying, that I'm unemployed again, tell you all, and deal with, I don't know exactly what I'm dealing with right now?
That's a real low fucking blow. Blaming your lies on Mom?
Off my back, asshole.
Please. How in the hell are you paying for shit?
All right, enough. Your sister's finances are none of our business. We don't need to talk about her money, unless, of course, she asks us for some.
Well, you were starting to tell me upstairs about that stack of money before.
Samantha, you don't get to squirrel out of this one, all right? You have somehow managed to make today all about you. So incredibly typical, Sam. All day long, you've been feeling this way or that way, or you want to do a different room, or you
If
want to
that
go
isn't the
somewhere
most incredulous form of the pot calling the kettle black, I swear, Dr. Put Upon John over here. It's all about me. About me? Are you hearing yourself? The entire solar system revolves around Dr. John Coll. It's in the textbooks. He's the fucking sun.
What the hell
I'm
are
sorry.
you talking
Something that's
about?
happened in my life that affects you, absolutely zero, has gotten you so upset and worried. Add it to the list of things that unnerve you.
Did you even grow
So
up
thankful for your
house
concern.
as we did?
Eat a candy bar. Or maybe you can ask Cher here for a Xanax and you can lay off me for like a second.
What?
She's making a joke.
I'm not.
Yeah, why not, Cheryl? Let me have one of those. Yeah, you drive me to pills.
Oh, give me one too.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Cheryl?
Johnny?
Samantha?
Cheryl, do you have pills?
That's the problem. I had a script filled yesterday to help her take the edge off. It's no big deal.
How inappropriate is that, John?
Cheryl, it's a problem, John, because your sister's fucking hooked on those goddamn pills.
Cheryl, what is he saying?
I told you to promise me you wouldn't
Excuse me? I promised you? I promised you? What the hell kind of joke is that? Don't even start. You don't get to go back and forth with me on this one, babe. Just a minute ago, like just now, you looked me in the eye and said thank you. 32 days without a fucking pill, my ass. So what's up, huh? How many have you taken?
We've been together all day and I haven't seen her take one. Oh my God, I didn't know you were having a problem, Cheryl. Oh my God.
Aunt Sal retrieves a cigarette from her pocket. She moves from the kitchen to the living room and onto the patio for a smoke.
I took one a couple of hours ago, and I need another one right now. Just shit, I fucked up. Okay? I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry.
God, Cheryl.
How long were you even off them, huh? How long have you been lying?
Have you been dealing with this for a while?
It started 3 years ago. It doesn't
What?
matter.
There was just a lot going on then, and
What was going on 3 years ago?
nothing.
It doesn't matter when it started. Now it's about today. It's about fucking accountability. Whatever it was that
Triggered.
yeah, that. Whatever the fuck that means. It doesn't matter what triggered her to start taking them. What matters is that she's been off them, and now she's not. Or maybe you never were off them, huh? Huh?
I was. I swear. I was off them for 3 weeks, and then I found some in a purse I haven't carried in a while, and I just...
You just You just what? You just didn't throw them out? Didn't tell me? Lied. Bold-faced in therapy, of all places.
All right, this isn't an interrogation. You don't need to get up in our face like that.
Don't even get me started on you. You want me to get up in your face instead, huh?
What's your
Is that
problem
what
with
you
me,
want?
man?
Settle down.
Yeah, what does he want to get started with me?
I'm not getting in the middle of Frank and Cheryl's deal. But your ethical standards are not pleasing
Who's
to me,
your
Doc.
problem with?
Or should I say Dick? Cheryl, honey.
What the hell are you doing writing rogue prescriptions for antidepressants, man?
I'm not handing them out to every patient walking in the door. She's my sister. I thought it might help her out. What was up 3 years ago, huh?
During the next exchange, Aunt Sal re-enters the house. She looks about the living room for the money. She finds it and wheels it back to the couch. She sits. She sees the newspapers and the envelope. Unbeknownst to the people in the house, a small drip of water has begun from the hole in the ceiling.
You didn't relapse because I'm staying with you, did you?
Oh, are you concerned about yourself, Sam? Shocking.
Oh my god!
Dawn!
Well, I just have this thing about being lied to and being used.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Do you want me to cut out my tongue in absolution? Why don't you hound her, huh? What the hell? What happened to you?
Nothing.
They said it doesn't matter.
Jesus, if you all weren't so secretive about every little thing, so private all the time. This is okay to discuss and this is not okay to discuss, and everything is so tight-lipped, except, of course, the boys. Oh, the boys! We get every little update ever.
Oh,
but,
sorry.
maybe...
I thought you were interested in your
maybe I could help you. I sure as hell wouldn't be writing you any prescriptions.
Well, do you hear that, Cher?
Right. Because you're so open. You're such a calming energy to talk about shit with.
Oh, that's such a lame excuse. Jesus, both of you, every one of you, you have all found ways to include me.
Slow down enough to.
I don't know, your issues, lies, your bullshit.
I
didn't
involved
intentionally
you
involve
with
you in
nothing,
anything,
dude.
okay? It was an accident. This would be funny, actually, if you had any ounce of a sense of humor at all.
Nothing about this whole conversation is funny, Samantha.
Jesus, that's not what I meant. I meant about me.
Yup.
Cheryl, what can I do? How are you?
Samantha, don't. You cause enough chaos.
Frank,
Hey.
lay off.
Lay off?
sorry,
Don't
I'm
act high and mighty now of all times.
Vanessa, can you go take Aunt Sal home? Just tell her.
She's right. Thanks, Ness.
Vanessa moves into the living room.
Sal, why don't I take you home? I think very quickly our attention is...
Aunt Sal lifts her hand to stop her. She's been reading the newspapers and is obviously affected by them. She's read these before, but not in decades.
Samantha, you've done enough stupid, idiotic, no-brain stuff in your life, but it's not because of you that I'm a pill popper.
I'm gonna give you a pass on that one, but wow.
Kids! Go get them.
Vanessa urgently returns to the kitchen. As she does, she notices the leak in the ceiling.
I think you all need to get...
Cheryl, I swear we gotta get this shit in check before those boys get home. Do you hear me? They
Will,
cannot.
God, Badger.
I
Frank,
just want you
are
to say,
you
no,
listening?
I need you.
I'm agreeing
Grow up
with
at some
you.
point, Samantha.
Stop fucking
Mom's
being
gone
on
now,
the
and we
way.
can't take care of her.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Hi, this is your friendly reminder that you are not my father.
Aunt Sal has risen off the couch, making her way to the Goodwill box. As Samantha and Cheryl crescendo into their final declarations, Aunt Sal reaches into the box, grabs some of the china, and hurls it across the room. The sound causes everyone to stop, some to scream.
What the fuck?
Get in here!
They do so.
Sal, what in the hell?
Oh my god, the china. I was thinking of changing my mind.
please, they're hideous. Are you finished screaming yet?
Referencing the newspapers,
Where did you find these?
Sal, you look like you've seen a ghost.
Where did you find these, John?
That's what I was about to say upstairs before she went and...
You're telling me these newspapers were up there with the money? Were they in this envelope? What else?
I'm getting a headache.
I didn't see anything else. I got distracted before I...
Cheryl,
What is
Sam,
I didn't look. I got so wrapped up.
you didn't look at them. You just tossed them off? I mean, what are you doing in there? What are you doing at all? I mean, did you cart me over here to witness your interventions or to rip my heart out?
What?
I walk in here to chaos and craziness all the while, This is sitting here, and you act like nothing is.
We've got some pretty big fish to fry right now.
Oh yeah, you got fish to fry, and from a line you're throwing yourself. I mean, look at this. This has been. I mean, I don't know, wheeled in, and it's rotten. Something is rotten here. I mean, I know it. I mean, what else have you ignored?
Aunt Sal exits out the front door. Vanessa looks to the others, then follows after her. The siblings are a bit stunned. They've never seen their aunt act this way. Samantha picks up one of the newspapers, which for decades has been folded in a way that specifically shows an obituary.
What does that say?
Cheryl picks up another newspaper.
It's an obit. William Dougherty? Who is that?
I don't know.
Grabbing the envelope.
Return address says Harry Watts. Do we know a Harry Watts?
I don't think so.
When is this from again?
This one's from August 1976. Both of these are. William Dougherty, formerly of South Boston, born February 26, 1952, died August 13th. Services will be blah, blah, blah.
Look at this. Boat crewman dies in the night 2 nights ago.
He is preceded in death by his parents and only sister.
God, that's shitty.
He is survived by loving fiancée, Sally Coll. What?
Blackout. Scene 2. 15 minutes later, the Coll home. On Lights Up, Aunt Sal sits impatiently in the living room. John paces while his sisters wait anxiously. Vanessa is in the kitchen, seated at the table with her law book open. There is now a bucket to catch the dripping of the leak. Frank rushes through the front door. He carries a plastic bag.
He's back!
From the bag, Frank pulls out a bottle of whiskey and a sleeve of cups.
Finally, the liquor cabinet should be the last thing you pack up, kids.
You ready to talk yet?
Are you gonna make me pour?
Of course not.
Frank pours her a drink and she shoots it.
I'm ready.
Frank takes her cup and refills it along with 3 more cups.
He's back!
Vanessa joins them in the living room as Frank hands drinks to Aunt Sal, John, and Samantha. He keeps one for himself.
What the hell?
Wasn't sure if you should have a drink with pills in your system and all.
Oh, please. One fucking chill pill is not going to do a thing. Pour your wife a drink.
One?
None for me, thanks.
Vanessa, sweetheart, we know. You're pregnant. You don't have to keep announcing it. We got it. No alcohol, no caffeine, no morning sickness, probably no weight gain, no stretch marks. You're pregnant and it's perfect and we got it.
Cheryl shoots her drink and hands it to Frank. He refills it. Samantha lifts her cup.
Okay, everybody. I don't know, to whatever, money in a safe or whatever. Cheers.
They toast. Throughout the scene, they drink, some more than others.
Okay, Sally, who is this guy?
Stop calling me Sally. And whatever you do, you put aunt in front of it. You hear me? Have respect like you were taught.
I never knew you had someone that... I'm just so sorry. I mean, my heart broke when I read that. I can't even...
My God!
Samantha, thank you. Listen, I don't... He's not someone... He's dead. You know, William's been dead for... That's the past. I decided a long time ago, if I brought him up, always talking about him, thinking about him, it'd kill me too. It's too hard. I mean, what do you need to know all that for?
Apparently it might be pertinent to know right now, I guess.
I understand that. To be honest, I figured you probably found out at some point.
About your boyfriend? How would we... Or this Blue Navy fishing company? I mean... What the hell's that?
What are you talking about?
In this article, it says this William died on a boat that Dad owned. Something about a fishing company, Blue Navy Fishing.
Just let her talk, John.
Gil and I, we left it behind. Your dad and I and your mother, we just, if we didn't talk about it, we could, and Gil took such good care of me, looked after me and until I could figure it out on my own. Your dad was never the same after. it worked for us. Not talking about it, about him. Not about it at all. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of thought after he died, Marilyn might have told you about the boats at least. I mean, eventually, I don't know why I thought that, but nothing, huh?
I'm so lost.
Sal, can you start from the beginning? Is there a beginning to start at?
The Blue Navy Fishing Company is a name I really and truly thought I'd never hear again. It's been since 1976. I almost forgot. Yeah, but not forgot, of course, but just pushed it so far down in my mind, it couldn't resurface again. Yeah, I hope it wouldn't. Until now, dragged up out of the muck of memories I wish would stay tangled down below.
So it was a boat?
Boats. When your father got back from the war, and he was one of the lucky ones, he came back and your mother ready to marry him and a business all lined up with Harry Watts. And
Who is Harry Watts?
Harry Watts. That's the name on the.
Harry Watts is a guy from the area. He was your father's commanding officer in Vietnam. There was a collection of guys, all from this area in the same unit over there. Harry Watts was one of them, being a few, I don't know, 10, 15 years older. After the CO, they all got close. But Bill, Gil, and Harry, and they really hit it off, and especially, and then after a while, every letter you got from Gil was filled with these grand plans with Harry Watts about this business they were starting, and by God, they did. They came back and took their money and bought these boats. And Gil and Harry Watts's company, the Blue Navy Fishing Company, was born.
You're telling us Daddy was a fisherman?
No, honey. It was not like that at all. This was different. It was like a touristy thing, real nice, beautiful boats. They had cleaned up real nice. They got rented out. Gil or Harry Watts or one of the hires would take your family or a couple on a date or what have you. And they take you out for a little scenic ride and then, anchor you down and provide you with all the stuff on catching something. It was an experience. It wasn't like, real fishing.
I love that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It was a really good idea. It was a success.
So wait a minute. I thought Gil wasn't able to work after the war.
That's the impression I've always been under.
So you're telling us Dad had this business we've never heard of. All right. That's interesting. And you're also telling us your fiance, William, died there?
William, which he strictly went by. So strange for someone so loose and fun to insist on being called such a formal name. William. Your dad was, 23, 24 when he got drafted? He'd already been working 5 or 6 years by then. William was drafted something like, 6 days after his 18th birthday. He was a baby, a child. But, your daddy, always the big brother, kept him close. And just like Harry Watts was to Gil, Gil was to William. So when your dad and Harry Watts came back and opened their business, they made sure they kept a place for William. A job, a way to build a life to be proud of, And they were going to take care of this kid, make sure he was all right after being over there. And they did.
He picks up the bottle and takes a swig. She motions, anyone else? Samantha and Frank accept.
Well, I've ever begun to talk about this stuff in ages. Ever.
Not even you and Mom?
Never. But it was her idea for me and William to start up together.
Marilyn, the matchmaker?
Yeah, I thought William was too fast, even for me.
Fast?
Yeah, fast.
I don't know.
Well, when someone's fast, they're fast. They run around with a fast crowd,
Go ahead.
I can sort of glean what you're meaning.
All right, gleam away. I thought he was going to be too much for me. I like to be the crazy one, if you can believe it. No room for two.
Ain't that the truth?
But your mother and your dad, but Marilyn especially, insisted he'd be good for me and I'd be good for him. Gil loved him. Harry Watts loved him. Your mother loved him. And he was fun, and he was very sweet to me. I don't know, there was something just, I mean, he had an edge, and so do I, but we fit. And there was kind of no denying his looks. Beautiful. Cheryl, he was beautiful. So handsome, sort of, I don't know, baby faced, tired looking eyes, and tall. Oh,
Sounds hot.
yeah.
What, he drowned?
Aunt Sal, can I ask, how'd he die?
An accident.
Right, but how? He accidentally drowned, or like?
John.
Let's take a breath.
Let's take a shot.
He does so.
I don't know exactly how it happened, and I he got hit with something. They were called out onto the boat that night to fix something, or I don't know. I was with them. We were together, the four of us, William and me, your parents. We were at the Marina Bar, and Harry Watts comes rushing in, needing the boys for something. Now, I remember that. He's screaming at Gil, now. I don't know. Your mom and I probably didn't pay much mind at the moment. Everybody always screams at each other. Everybody just always screams.
Yeah.
Leak becomes a bit stronger, more than a slow drip.
So then, about, 40 minutes later, your mother and I are just, having a beer and laughing and probably talking about, I don't know, Laverne and Shirley or something, not noticing they'd been gone that long. And then your father, this time it's him coming rushing in and screaming. He's screaming, get an ambulance, get a medic. He said that, a medic. That's what I remember. What do you mean a medic? What are you playing at? What's the matter? And your mother, and she's screaming because, there's music playing and everyone's drunk and she yells, what the hell's the matter?
Oh my.
And he runs over to the payphone there and he calls for an ambulance. And then he comes over and he's shaking. He's crying, but not bawling or anything. It's just tears streaming down his face, salt in his eyes, sweat in his brow, tears. I can't, but now he's not screaming. There's still music blaring and people shooting pool and whiskey shots getting poured, but now, all of a sudden, the three of us are still. And everything around me starts to move in slow motion. Never a good sign. And Gil bends down at me, and he's grabbing my shoulders, quivering, and he's looking at me, to Marilyn, to me, to the window, and he whispers. He barely speaks. I'm so sorry, Sal.
Sorry for what?
Sorry for what, Gil? What the fuck is happening? Why do you need an ambulance? And he tells me, William got hit. It was an accident. Now he's screaming again. Damn it! It was an accident. Something with the boat or gear or something. I just don't know. He just kept saying accident. I'm sorry, an accident. And then there's the ambulance there, and it's like a scene from a movie, the flashing red and blue lights hitting the window, and the siren is fighting with the music, and the laughing and the screaming, and then they won't even let me go out there. And your mother holds me down so I won't run out and see him because he got hit all in the face, And your father's distraught, and then all of a sudden, Harry Watts is standing there, and he's stunned, and your mother's just holding me, and I barely even register before they're telling me he's dead. A terrible accident. Hit on the head. Just out cold dead.
Aunt Sal, that's just awful. Oh my God.
That beautiful, beautiful face. God damn it. Just like that. Just over.
I can't believe you all kept that for all these years.
Oh, might bring up old wounds.
So sorry, Aunt Sal.
That summer only got worse when your father had his heart attack. My dress wasn't even back from the dry cleaners yet, and I was afraid I was going to need it again. But he didn't, thank God. That's when your dad stopped working.
And started collecting disability.
Yes. He withdrew from the business since he couldn't work it. Your mother was pregnant with you, so they moved out here to this town, bought this house. And then you were born. There was happiness again. There was something else to think about, to focus on. I decided to move here to be closer by. I can help out since your mom was working at the school and your dad wouldn't have to overexert himself too much. And I wouldn't have too much time to think. I just had to keep going.
You had to get fast.
Yeah. It was your father, his guilt over this accident that almost killed him. I'm sure of it. It did kill him in the end. Weaken your heart that young. You're a time bomb. So, now you know. Now, I've told you what I know. That's who William is. That's the Navy blue Navy company is. That's what happened to my brother, to your father. That's why I'm here. Everything straight?
Aunt Sal stands. Pulling out a cigarette, she moves for the front door.
I'm sorry they're dead.
She exits. No one knows what to say.
That's one of the most terrible stories I ever heard.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. Dad had this business and we never. And this Harry Watts guy, I mean, not one word ever about his best friend and business partner, and not even the death, but just this huge part of his life completely kept from us. Secret. What the hell?
They did not want us to know about this, that is obvious. Never said a word, ever? Mom never even told me about any of this. That office up there was organized to death, but I swear for days, I pored over, looked at every piece of paper up on that desk and filing cabinet before we shredded stuff, and nothing. Nothing, not even in the old shit. No mention of this company or a Harry, what's his name?
Watts.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Don picks up the envelope.
Are you telling me now is the time I have to stop with the Xanax? Jesus, I swear to God, ever since we found out that safe existed, it's changed the air in this house. And I wasn't going to say anything, but I know it. I knew it. This is why. This is why I can't catch my fucking breath in this house, and you two are all over each other, and something not good is lurking up there. And I didn't want to say anything, and I swear, look where we are now. Her fiance is dead, my head is spinning, and now we're left with more questions. And poor Daddy.
Even more questions for sure.
How is this information tied to that money?
How is this dead guy tied to this fucking money is right?
Harry Watts sent this stuff to Mom. Look at it.
What?
That's what I've been saying. Why would he...
What the actual fuck?
Aunt Sal re-enters.
Listen, you got to make a decision right now. Right now, you got to put that fucking stress of earlier, all of us, but you three, away and decide how much this matters right now.
He's right.
How much this matters? What does that even mean?
I'm not being a dick.
John, he's right. Listen to him. You need to remember, once you learn something, you can't unlearn it.
I don't know. I used to know how to ice skate really good, and I can't anymore. What?
You're such a smartass.
You're all drunk, which is adding to the assholery in this place. Shut up and listen to me for a moment. Aunt Sal, are you okay? We love you. You guys, let's just think about this. There's a safe with a bunch of money in it. Okay, fine, good. There's a safe with a bunch of money in it, along with newspapers about an accidental death. Yeah, could be nothing. Could be just two completely separate things only tied together by the fact that they keep each other company. Or there could be more to know there. Why did this guy send this stuff to your mom? That could be a big question. Are you following? You find this out by digging and exploring and fishing for info because we're curious. But if you find something out that you wish you hadn't, it's there. You know it, you always will. And worse, you might have obligations.
What does she mean, obligations?
Obligated to go to the police.
The police?
Really think you could.
You have to think ahead about shit like this. It's good advice.
I'm not telling you all what to do. This is on you three, you four, really. I'm just saying you have to think about the possible consequences. So maybe now isn't...
Absolutely not. Let sleeping dogs lie. No more of this bullshit.
The truth is never bullshit, Sam.
I don't know. Samantha might be on to something.
Go fishing.
What?
I want to know. And so do you. Your father, he told me it was an accident. I believed him. But it's not an accident. This was all together. William's death and this money. There's just something not right here. I mean, I want to know. If it's nothing, okay. But, I need to know. So do you. So no more of these questions we try to forget we needed to ask.
We didn't even know a few hours ago we had any of these questions.
Didn't you?
Blackout. Scene 3. An hour later, the Coll home. Towels have been added around the bucket collecting water. All of the moving boxes, sans one Cheryl box, are gone. Any mess from the broken china has been swept away. The wagon of money, the safe, and the newspapers are once again all together. As Cheryl stands at the coffee maker watching it finishing its brew, John sits at the kitchen table on his phone. Frank enters through the front door, leaving it open. He grabs the last box and exits. Cheryl pours 3 cups of coffee, giving one to John and walking the other 2 into the living room. As offstage, we hear the trunk of a car slamming shut. Frank enters. Cheryl hands him a coffee.
Thanks.
I put Sam's in our car too. Hers is locked.
Okay. I think that...
The camp called again. It's broken. He's in a cast. All the kids think he's the shit. He's fine.
Okay, good. I owe you a...
Let's not. Right now, there's a lot of sorries to go around. A lot of talking and screaming, probably, and planning and working and all that. We got to figure out the help you need, but another day. If it helps, I know I'm going to forgive you. Just haven't had time to figure out what that means yet. But we're not doing any of that right now. We'll deal with it later. Not later as in really never, but I don't know, Sunday or something. Just don't let me make today about me when it obviously shouldn't be.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. There's sugar in this?
Yeah.
Frank takes a sip of his coffee and then moves to lying down on the couch. Samantha comes down the kitchen stairs. She has a makeup bag with her.
Come with.
John follows her into the living room. She sees Frank lying on the couch with his eyes closed.
Share. Patio.
Samantha leads them out the patio door, carefully closing it all the way so as not to disturb Frank. Retrieving a joint from her bag.
I rolled us a pick-me-up.
I don't think we should do any more substances this afternoon.
My God, it's still only afternoon.
It's good stuff. It's upper, so it'll balance out the booze and clear your head. Just take one puff.
Samantha lights the joint. After taking a drag, she hands it to John at her left. Throughout the scene, they pass it around.
Thank you for this. Am I an asshole?
Sometimes.
Not really.
Okay.
You're no more of an asshole than anybody else. I'm the fuck up. We all know that.
I'm not the fuck up. That's just...
No, I don't mean I am the fuck up. I just mean, like, I get it. I do. And I am sorry. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm lost. I am aware of that. It's just been really easy to pretend that I'm on this upward path and, you tell one little lie to one person because you don't want to deal with the truth. Just in that instance, and then all of a sudden months go by and you've built this whole, like you said, charade. And yeah, you can act like a big fucking asshole sometimes. You get super involved and annoying about stuff, and then you just get angry because anything isn't going exactly how you planned it to. But I know it's because you care. I know I fuck up and it's usually ridiculous. What I'm saying is, I guess I should be thankful that you care enough to get angry. And I'm really, really sorry I just kept lying to both of you. I don't know. What I mean is, I appreciate that you call out my bullshit. And that there's just so much of it to call out. Just maybe call it out at a lower decibel from now on.
I'll make a concerted effort. I mean, I guess I'm obviously sorry for being an asshole when I'm being an asshole.
Forgiven. Yo, Bogart.
Cheryl takes a drag of the joint and passes it to her sister.
Sorry.
Is it asshole to ask you what's the deal?
It's just, I mean, what am I supposed to say?
How about how did this happen?
How? Well, I mean, it doesn't just happen. I don't know. I did what you're not supposed to do. I used them as a crutch. You're not the only one in this family whose anxiety and adrenaline is running up here a lot.
You know, you did kind of put me in an incredibly horrible position, you know, unknowingly and illegally enabling you. You know, that's the part that worries me. I didn't know you were.
Yeah, that is no good on my part. I apologize sincerely. When I saw how angry you got, how hurt Frank is, I'm very ashamed. Frank and I were dealing with some stuff. It doesn't matter what, really. I'm not going to get into it. But I had a really bad anxiety/panic attack. And I got a one-time prescription to have just in case. And that's how I used them, like once a month on a bad day, I'd pop one. So when I figured out how to get more, just in case, it was easy to move it to once a week, once a day, once every few hours.
How'd you get more?
It's pretty easy to bounce from urgent care to urgent care, discuss anxiety, ask for a one-time, and move on my merry way. And sometimes you get a refill order.
Yeah, there's even a system to game pisses me off. That's awful. That's fucking murder. You understand that, right? This kills people.
True.
You. It could kill you. I don't think you get it, Cheryl. Look at me. What she did, putting my name on some inconsequential form, whatever, you know, it pisses me off, makes me angry, but whatever. You. This is your life. You know, this is my medical license. This is me going or not going to jail. Yeah, this is my life too. That's what you need to get. This is you having a problem that grows and grows, and we never find out about it until it's too late. And then your blood is on my hands because your name was on my prescription pad. Actually, you know, this isn't a you problem or a you and Frank problem. This is an us problem. You know, we are your brother and sister. I would never, ever just write someone a prescription. Ever. But I fucking trust you to the nth degree. Or I did. Her, I mean, she couldn't tell a lie like that. She'd crack. But how am I supposed to trust you when you're propped up on everything's fine all the time, and now I know you're capable of putting me in this position. You know, this isn't, I'm sorry, my bad, it's okay, no worries. This.
John takes a drag and passes it to Cheryl.
So now what?
Well, it's not like I've had too much time to figure out a plan since having my spot blown up, but listen, I hear you. I'm listening to you, and I know what you're saying is true, and I don't know. All I can do is say I'm sorry. There's nothing else to say, and get to the work of
rebuilding trust.
I'm gonna try. That I can guarantee. I will try. I guess the next step is to talk to our therapist.
And your GP.
Right. And see what they say. I mean, listen, if I have to, go somewhere, then
Then you'll go somewhere.
I guess so. God, what did I get myself into?
What a fucking day.
Cheryl?
He and his sisters share a look. They have not lost each other.
Pass it.
Cheryl does so.
And what about Frank?
He's good. My husband is a good guy, and he tries really hard to be better. So do I. So do we all, I hope. Listen, sometimes marriage is just deciding to forgive someone every day for a while. Sometimes it's waking up every day hoping you'll be forgiven.
For sure.
But then, a lot of times nowadays, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can speak for both of us when I say I wouldn't trade my life, my all of it. And all of that exists because it was built with that person. I wouldn't trade it. It can be that struggle. It can be that tunnel of darkness. Frank and I, we've come out of that tunnel. He's fucked up. I've fucked up. But nowadays, most days, I wake up every day and I'm relieved that he's there. I'm relieved to know he's the one looking out for me, and I'm glad I get to look out for him. Now we just have to get me back out of that tunnel, I guess.
Cheryl smokes and hands the joint to Samantha. She takes a drag, offers it to John. He declines. To Cheryl, she declines. Samantha puts it out and places the remainder of it in her makeup bag. She retrieves a spray bottle and spritzes herself. It makes Cheryl sneeze. They sit in silence for a moment.
Kinda hot today.
Feels good.
Sure.
Hear a car pull up, turn off, and car doors opening and closing. On this, Cheryl leads her siblings back into the house and into the kitchen. They take turns washing their hands.
Your shirt smells like weed.
Oh, shit.
That's what happens when you hold the joint for too long. You want my perfume?
No, that stuff makes me sick.
Do I smell?
Cheryl and Samantha smell him.
No.
What the hell?
John shrugs smugly. Cheryl looks around. She grabs her coffee cup and spills some coffee onto her shirt.
What are you doing?
Look, I spilled coffee on my top. Now I have to change.
You know what?
There's a dresser full of clothes upstairs that we have yet to touch.
Cheryl moves up the kitchen stairs into the bedroom. In the dresser, she finds something of her mother's and changes. Downstairs, John and Samantha enter the living room as Vanessa and Aunt Sal enter through the front door carrying pizzas.
Pizza! Genius!
Figured everyone could use some padding in their bellies. I know I'm a bit peckish.
They all get some pizza. Cheryl enters the living room.
Oh my God. I'm starving. Thank you.
What are you wearing?
I spilled.
Aunt Sal indicates a paper plate.
Look, I replaced your china. You're welcome.
So what's next?
We Googled him. Harry Watts is dead.
Did it say when?
Aunt Sal has my phone.
Oh, here. I don't have my glasses.
He hands the phone to Samantha.
Holy shit. New Year's Day last year.
That's
I
crazy.
just got goosebumps.
Why?
Bill died on New Year's Day.
Oh, yeah.
And that envelope. What's the date stamped on that?
What the fuck?
What?
This was sent August 2017. That's 8 months after the guy died.
Vanessa goes to her bag. She pulls out a laptop, sits, and opens it.
Someone...
That timing has no coincidence.
What?
41 years since William died. Okay. Hold on. I pulled up the obit, too.
You think all that money was sent with it?
How's someone going to send that much cash at once, sweetheart?
And some of this money, a lot of this money, it's old. Look at it. Remember these old hundreds and these 50s?
Please just keep it all together. We keep having to clean this place.
Looking at the money, you can tell it's been sent over time, and someone sent that envelope of stuff to your mother after Harry Watts died. You're right, Sal. The timing has got to be specific.
Call this an obit? It's really just a death announcement. There's no information listed or anything. Was Harry Watts married?
Not when I knew.
Why don't I check marital records?
Oh my god, he has a Facebook. Like, it's still technically active.
Wait a minute. Harry Watts is dead, but he has a social media presence and a stamps.com account.
Is there anything of value, Samantha?
My darling husband of 40 years has gone to meet his maker. Here she is. This is his wife. Her profile's public. Here she is at the zoo. Here she is in what looks like a church hall. Here she is.
What's her name?
Leona.
Leona.
Wow.
Right.
Great question, though.
Nobody I remember named Leona.
None of this is adding up to me.
Her phone number. Should we call?
Hi, Leona. We're a bunch of strangers. Do you know anything about all this money and these dead guys and possibly who stole the Lindbergh baby? And do you want to renew your automobile insurance?
You sure can be agitating sometimes. You know that, honey?
I wouldn't ask point blank all of those questions exactly.
I just don't know what angle we approach this at. I don't think we can call this lady up and tell her we have a bunch of money.
No,
Thank you.
I agree.
Well, of course you're not going to do that.
Let me call. I'll use my maiden name. I'll tell her I'm helping with the handling of an estate. No lies there. And the family found some things with the Watts name on it, and she might want to have them. She doesn't need to know we know she sent this. Who's to say what we found in the envelope?
I don't think it's the worst idea.
Feels flimsy to me.
So she says no thanks and hangs up. That hurts no one. Or we get her here and at least try and have a conversation.
We want to know more. I mean, she might know more, yes?
All right. Yes. And yeah, use your maiden name. That's a good idea.
Do it.
Vanessa looks to Cheryl. She nods her head yes.
Okay.
Vanessa dials the number into her phone. She sets it to speaker, and we hear it ring a few times. The call is answered, and through the phone speaker we hear,
Hello?
the curtain falls. End of Act 2. There will now be a 5-minute intermission. Act 3, Scene 1. An hour later, the Coll home. Although the living room has been made as presentable as possible, the leak has become stronger, and a second has begun dripping into another bucket. Throughout the scene, they become stronger. The newspapers and flag are laid out on the coffee table. The money and envelope have been placed in a cardboard moving box and sit atop the wagon in the kitchen. Keeping it company are Cheryl, Frank, John, Samantha, and Aunt Sal. They try to listen as, on curtains rise, Vanessa has opened the front door where, on the other side of it, stands Leona Clark Watts.
Leona Watts, come on in. We spoke on the phone.
Why, thank you. Oh, my.
Oh, I know. You wouldn't believe the plumbing luck they've had here today. It's nuts.
Sorry about that. Lord have mercy. You could have just said,
Well,
but I was just sitting at home watching TV when you called, so I thought I'd just come now. I have a busy work schedule next week.
What do you do?
I work part-time at Michael's.
Like the craft store?
That's right.
Fun. Here, have a seat.
I get a discount.
Excuse me?
At the store, I get a discount. That's why I work there.
Well, what a lovely perk.
Sure is, hun. So, what have you got?
Right. Well, the people who live here or who own the house, really, their mother passed away.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
And they found some old things, memorabilia, mentions, and it's all affiliated with the business their father owned with your husband years ago. They thought you might want to see it maybe, or I don't know.
And you're their lawyer?
I work for the law firm they retain.
Retain?
Just a fancy word for hire.
Yes, hun, I know. Strange they had their lawyer, or excuse me, someone from their lawyer's office call me. Why'd they do that?
Oh, I offered. Just to take another thing off their to-do list. Someone with me found it and, well, just worked out this way, I guess.
I see.
It's some really neat stuff. There's some old ads in here for their boating company, and I don't know.
You
You're
must
just
charge a low billable hourly rate. Vanessa, was it?
Excuse me?
Hun, where are the Coll family members?
At this moment, they're not really.
There are 4 cars parked out front of this house.
Leona stands and starts for the stairs.
Excuse me, ma'am. Where are you going?
Are they upstairs?
No one is upstairs, and as you can see, it is not the safest area of the house right now.
So they're in the kitchen.
I didn't mean to upset you.
I'm not upset.
Leona
Hello.
enters the kitchen with Vanessa trailing behind.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey. You think you're sneaky, young lady?
Sorry. Hi there. We didn't hear you come in. I'm Frank Dougherty.
Frank extends his hand. Leona shakes it.
Hello, Leona Watts. What is...
Why don't we go back in the living room where we can sit down?
Leona does not move. Frank guides her into the living room. The others follow.
So sorry, ma'am. We didn't mean to come off like that. Like I said, I'm Frank. I'm married to Cheryl here. Cheryl Coll. I'm also the family lawyer, and Vanessa here works in my firm. She also happens to be married to John Coll.
Hello. That's tidy.
And this is Samantha, Cheryl and John's little sister. We were just in the kitchen because we didn't expect you so soon and didn't want you walking into an overwhelming group of people, is all. We're just a bit all over the place today. Forgive us.
Nice to meet all of you.
I'm.
Hi, Sally.
How do you know who I am?
Sally Coll. You haven't changed a bit in 50 years. Same hair, even.
No, Aunt Sal?
Excuse me?
I've got my book club at 8, and I have to pick up Girl Scout cookies on my way, so let's not play 20 questions and all that. Sally, hun, I was just a few years behind you in school. I think you graduated when I was a freshman. Maiden name's Clark. Leona Clark. Junior spirit team. No, I didn't think so. We didn't know each other back then. I knew who you were, but our paths didn't really cross.
Oh, I mean, nice to meet you, I guess.
First, let me just say, sweetheart, you better work on coming up with some better stories. I mean, come look at some old newspaper clippings. Please, you shouldn't assume everyone's so thick. I'm not here to look at a bunch of stuff you know damn well I sent here.
You sent.
I want to give my condolences on your mother's passing, kids. I do wish she and I had gotten all of this settled before she died. Hate that you all are getting dragged into all this. It's a bit unsettling that she wouldn't tie all this up before she went, but... Oh, did she go quickly?
Leona pulls a piece of paper or notepad from her purse.
Well, I didn't really know her, so I can't speak to that. Your mother owed me $73,000, give or take a few hundred. At least that's what my calculations have come up to be.
How do you think?
Something funny? I sent all this stuff to her after we spoke on the phone, you know. See, I gave her a whole year to pay me back. Very generous, if you ask me. Well, that deadline is right around the corner from now. I considered waiting a bit to reach out, seeing as she's dead and all, but thought I'd give you some space. But you all did it for me, so thank you. When I drove out to this lovely town, this beautiful neighborhood, and saw that for sale sign in the front yard, I realized you all are about to come into some nice money. Considered demanding more, but that wouldn't be right. The original amount of $73,000 will suffice.
What in God's good name are you talking about?
Who are you? A lot of audacity you have to walk into a stranger's house and make up some imaginary sum of money they owe you. Jeez.
Well,
How are you related to Harry Watts, Leona?
he was my husband. And your mother and father weren't strangers to me. I knew of them back in the day as people who often around the marina. I tend to bar there from time to time. Guess you never noticed me or don't remember. Well, my hair has changed quite a bit over the years, I guess.
Ma'am, did you have some sort of a contract with the Colls that maybe we aren't familiar with? Some sort of documentation or receipt for this large amount of money you say is owed to you?
Huh?
You seem like a reasonable person. You obviously understand that we aren't going to take seriously someone just coming in and demanding money, but if you have some proof of sale for something, or perhaps this is attributed to your husband and their father's old company that I don't have any record of, then we can discuss this in a concrete way. Or you can kindly leave and this odd little reunion can be over.
You're looking for something tangible and legal?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
My, your mother didn't prepare you for this at all. No mention of her debts?
Prepare?
Thing about our mom being thoughtless.
Secrets aren't no fun. Secrets hurt someone. Hun, the law, the documents, the tangibles, that happens when I don't get my money back. That happens when I go to the police station in my town where you used to live and tell them the truth. Or really what the truth is to me, that...
Truth about what?
Well, that I was working at the Marina Bar that night back in 1976, the night that those newspapers are talking about, the night that William Dougherty died. Between my own recollections and Harry's telling of the story, I can remember every detail precisely. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I took a smoke break and took a walk at an opportune time. You see, officers... I witnessed a fight that resulted in the murder of a young man who worked for my husband, my boyfriend at the time. And I was too heartbroken and scared to ever come forward. But now that my husband has passed, in his memory, I feel it's only right to come forward now and say that I witnessed Gil Coll murder William Dougherty on one of the Blue Navy fishing boats. Was no accident. I ran back to the bar, and by the time I'd collected myself and gotten back to pouring drinks, flashing lights were filling up the windows, and I knew someone had called the cops, so I stayed back. I remember everything about that night, who was at the bar, how it all happened, and I'm strong enough now to tell the truth. So they reopen the case, drag your family and your dad's name through the mud. It'd probably be horrible for you, Sally. Might even be called to testify, maybe talk about what a hothead your brother was. Or
This is
you could-
unbelievable. You're like some sort of old lady grifter.
This was a mistake.
What, hun, calling me? Oh, no, I would have reached out myself. Don't trouble yourself with that.
Don't condescend to her like that. This was a mistake, bringing you here into our home with these lies. You witnessed nothing, it's obvious. Why would my dad kill one of his best friends, his future brother-in-law? Why?
From what I understand, Gil was very upset with William because he found out about his involvement in the big drug trafficking ring. It was huge all over the different ports, up and down the marinas in the harbor. Oh, there's something tangible, sweetheart. It was huge news years later when it all got busted up. Have your little work wife here research it.
She's not his work wife. She's my wife.
Anyway, I mainly knew about it because my brother was involved. Probably got your William involved too. They ran around the same crowd. William was using the company boats to store and sell heroin. Just awful.
How dare you?
I think you should leave.
You can't be trusted. You act like I know you. I mean, you exist nowhere in my memory.
Oh, I exist, Sally.
How many unfounded personal attacks are you going to make on this family within the next 5 minutes?
And what does this ridiculous fucking story have to do with our mother owing you money?
Harry Watts and I had been seeing each other, but after all this happened, he was a bit of a changed man. I mean, he'd been to war and all, but this was like the final straw that broke the camel's back. A bit sad but fairly differential to me, which I appreciated enough to marry him. A couple of years ago, when his health got really bad, I had to start taking over the checkbook. Harry Watts had a couple of questions to answer. Namely, why was he sending $200 to your mother every month? Well, what did I do? Hun, I went and flipped through all his old checkbook transaction records. Harry Watts was a financial hoarder. For decades, every single month a check, every month cashed. Then the man insists that I continue sending your mother money without telling me why. No sir. If he didn't want to tell me, I'd just get in my car, drive out to her town, and ask her if one of her children is Harry Watts's.
Stop! If you'll give us a moment, I need to speak with my family in the kitchen.
I have to get going soon.
You've accused my father of being a killer and my mother of being a whore. It's been a long day, and you can give us a couple of minutes.
Cheryl walks into the kitchen. Her aunt, brother, and sister follow. Leona has pulled out her phone, and we begin to hear a game's audio. Aunt Sal goes to the box, takes a breath, opens it, and retrieves the envelope. She folds it and puts it in her pocket.
I've heard enough.
I'm sorry, kids.
She knows you, Aunt Sal. She knows who Mom and Dad are, and William.
Knows about the money.
Take it to the garage.
As John does so, Samantha picks up the bottle of whiskey and takes a shot from the bottle. During this action,
Mrs. Watts, why would you think
No, ma'am, I am not speaking to the Lyon-in-laws.
I did not
Leona stops her with a gesture. Vanessa moves to the kitchen. John has returned.
I don't like this lady.
Let's just get her to leave.
Not before we find out why Mom has all this money.
We shouldn't have started asking questions. I was wrong. We don't need to go any deeper. Cheryl's right. Enough.
Your mother is not a whore.
They re-enter the living room with Samantha barreling through first.
Fuck you.
All of a sudden, Samantha throws up into one of the buckets.
Oh, Jesus.
Your mother's not a whore, and I apologize for the insinuation. None of you are Harry's kids. Not that I suspect, anyway.
Leona pulls some breath mints from her purse and sets them on the coffee table. Samantha takes one.
But that accusation sure got him to talk. He did not want me coming out here. I kept sending those checks for the few months that he continued on. I kept sending those checks because I decided I'd get that money back.
Time to talk about what?
He had this wild theory that if he'd handled the situation with William on his own, everything would have turned out differently. He'd been sending that money to your family out of some misplaced guilt. Now you tell me, why should Harry Watts have paid in any way, emotionally or financially, for this? You kids probably don't quite understand how much $100 was back in 1977 or 1987 or even 97. What that $73,000 could have meant over the course of a man's life, how it could have provided for his widow in his death.
This is all very
I
convenient.
understand that this is so much to take in. Some of you seem genuinely shocked, and I can't blame you for that. Marilyn was not so shocked when she heard from me. She barely protested. She was just quiet. He knew. She knew her husband's secrets weren't locked away safe forever.
An alarm on Leona's phone goes off. She silences it.
I really should be going. I hate to have been so abrupt, but why waste time? You obviously have my number. I'll wait to hear from you this weekend, and we can get the money all worked out on Monday. If not, I think I'll go to the police department on Tuesday. I'd hate for this injustice to linger on. Sally, I do hope you'll remember me the next time we run into each other. Harry would have gotten a kick out of this.
You're really just going to walk out of here like that? This is all a load of crap, lady, really.
Young man, I am not amendable on this particular subject. I want the money or I'm talking.
Why would you do that to yourself? Involve yourself in all this?
I think it sounds exciting to be a part of something.
You're full of shit.
And you've inherited your father's lack of self-control. Again, I have to go. We're discussing great expectations tonight, and I just hate being late. You do realize you could turn off the water and then it wouldn't be so wet everywhere? You'll get mold.
Leona exits.
What the?
Kind of Tasmanian devil type bullshit just ripped through here.
Did that woman just... Is she... She's trying to blackmail us.
Frank moves to the living room stairs, traveling up into the main bedroom and exiting into the bathroom.
I don't want any of this coming out.
A person can't just say they saw something 40 years ago and it be taken seriously. It's all just a bunch of nonsense.
Depends on how credible she seems. I mean, I'm also having a hard time wrapping around my brain around the fact that the amount of money is spot on. That's just... Really, your mom never said...
didn't say a goddamn word about any of it. About money, about dad killing someone, about even...
That's because this lady is talking out of her ass. There's nothing you want to have...
The leaks have stopped.
I'm sorry, kids. Your mother and father protected me from so much, and now I know why. You know, I can never tell what's around the corner is going to hurt me. Yeah. I mean, it all just makes too much sense.
You aren't saying you believe her.
Frank re-enters the bedroom and makes his way back to the living room. He stands by Vanessa.
I'm not. But before today, the thought had never even entered my mind. Now it's consuming it. I mean, it's too late to know. William, Gil, Harry Watts, now your mother. They're all dead, forced, silent. I mean, what made me think I needed to hear what's behind those papers? Yeah, it's too late to ask the people who really know what happened that night. You know, what happened to my life? It's too late to get the truth. The truth has an expiration date. It goes unsaid and rots with the dead. I'm never going to know if William hit his head on an accident or if someone did it to him accidentally, on purpose, if he sold drugs, you know, any of it. I'm not saying I believe this woman. I'm just saying I just don't know what to believe anymore.
Either way, I don't think she's bluffing. She's got nothing to lose and thousands of dollars or her 15 minutes of fame to gain.
How do we stop her? Look at the damage she's done in just a few minutes.
We're not giving her our money.
That would be the easiest solution.
I'm not indulging this woman's imagination.
We've got to talk strategy.
Great. You two work so well together.
Hey, you listen to me. All of you. Stop this now. Don't do this to each other. Don't wake up decades from now and all of a sudden find out you've never known each other. Wake up to find maybe one of you broke the other's life apart and the pieces are just swept under the rug. Don't hurt each other and not even know it.
Blackout. Scene 2. The following Monday afternoon, the Coll home. The place has been tidied up since we last saw it. Although it has not yet been fixed, it's evident that someone has been hired and has prepared to patch the ceiling/floor. A bucket still sits under the hole, but there is no leak. Cheryl is in the living room. She has not had an antidepressant since Friday morning, and she feels it. In the kitchen, the cash is now in 3 equal piles. Samantha and Frank are placing each stack into its own cardboard moving box. On Lights Up, John, Vanessa, and Aunt Sal have just entered the front door. Aunt Sal has a bandage on one side of her forehead and wears a wrist brace. She walks with a slight limp.
Aunt Sal!
Samantha and Frank hear this and enter the living room.
What happened to you?
God.
Here, sit down.
I'm fine. I'm fine. My car was stolen is all.
But again, that doesn't explain why you're all beat up.
Were you hijacked or something? When did this happen?
Last night, it doesn't matter. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, you absolutely look 100%.
You should have called one of us. Did you report it to the...
I went for a drive out to like the old town last night, to look at the marina. I guess I left my keys in the car when I went for a walk. Someone got in and I tried to run after them, but I fell. I'm fine. All right. I wish you'd just let me stay at home and rest today. I told you, I'm done with this. It's over.
We're going to call and end it now. Vanessa, let's use your phone since that's the number we called from first.
That's fine, but I'll do the talking. You're here. We're fine. I know the plan. She didn't take too kindly to you two. Leona wanted to deal with Mom. Well, instead she's dealing with us.
Aunt Sal stands and starts for the kitchen.
Don't you want to sit down and rest?
You call. I'm just right in here.
She enters the kitchen. She sees the money. As the following dialogue occurs, she goes to the sink, splashes her face with water, returns to the money, and finishes placing it in the boxes.
Let's do it.
Phone, call Leona Watts.
It is on speaker mode. She hands the phone to Cheryl. It rings enough that the fear of it going to voicemail starts to linger. The ringing stops. Hello?
Leona Watts, please. Hello? I'm calling for Leona Watts. She's expecting my call. Who am I speaking to?
I'm her brother. Leona's dead.
Excuse me?
Leona was hit by a car Friday night. The leak from the ceiling returns.
Oh my God.
She was just about to pull into her driveway. Some bat out of hell came barreling down the street, slammed right into her. Hit and run, probably some old drunk. Absolutely horrible. Aunt Sal enters the living room. She looks toward her family, who do not see her. She moves out to the patio and lights a cigarette.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir.
Is there something I can help you with, miss?
No, thank you.
Okay,
No.
bye then.
Yes, bye.
She hands the phone back to Vanessa.
Sam.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
Wow.
I don't trust it. That's getting out of this too easy. Something's not right.
Friday night.
This is creepy.
Aunt Sal?
He does not respond. John goes into the kitchen. She is not there. As he opens each box looking for something, Vanessa has gone after him, but they quickly return to the living room.
Where's the envelope?
What?
The envelope that all the stuff came in. It's not in the box. Where is it?
I don't know why.
John?
The return address is Leona Watts' address.
So?
Cheryl sees Aunt Sal on the patio and then moves for it.
What?
Samantha. Leona's address.
It dawns on Samantha. The leak grows stronger, and now we hear the smattering of it hitting the bucket. John starts for the patio, and Samantha follows. They join Aunt Sal and Cheryl, who are now seated.
Aunt Sal?
Yes, sweetheart.
How's your...
John, it's over.
I need a new car.
Lights fade. Curtain. End of play.